Welcome everyone. In today's session, let us solve few more numericals on signal flow graph. So first question is, find the transfer function for the given signal flow graph. So you can observe the signal flow graph which is given here. R of S is the input node, C of S is the output node. This is the input node and C of S is the output node. You can observe, other than that, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 nodes other than the input node and output node. So now to find the transfer function, we use Mason's gain formula. Mason's gain formula we use and we find the transfer function for this particular signal flow graph. So to the Mason's gain formula, the transfer function T is given by 1 by delta summation K Pk delta K, where K is nothing but the number of forward paths. So first what we need to do is we have to find the number of forward paths, we have to find the loops, we have to find the non-touching loops, and after that we substitute in this formula, we obtain the transfer function. So first thing is we have to find the forward path. So if you observe this particular signal flow graph, the signal passes from here, from the input node to the output node along this one direction. Okay, do we have any other direction? No. So all these are nothing but the feedback loops. So for this particular signal flow graph, there is only one particular forward path. So we can write there is only one forward path. So that forward path gain is forward path gain. We denote it by P1. P1 is nothing but the gain of this particular path. So that is G1 of S into G2 of S into G3 into G4 into G5 of S. So we write it as G1 of S into G2 of S into G3 of S into G4 of S into G5 of S. So this is the path gain of this first forward path. So we have only one forward path. So next we are supposed to find the loops. So the next thing is to find the loops. So there is no self loop. Okay, in this particular graph there is no self loop, but other than that we have feedback loops, individual loops. We have, this is one loop, this is the second loop, this is the third loop, and this entire thing is the fourth loop. So we have 4 loops. So I denote this loop as L1, this as L2, this is L3, and the entire thing is L4. So what is L1? L1 is the loop, first loop with the gain G2 of S into H1 of S. So you can observe here, the first loop is G2 of S into H1 of S. So what is the second loop gain? It is G4 of S into H2 of S. Similarly, L3 is G7 into H4 of S. L4 is G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7, G8. So this is the fourth loop. So can we have any other loops? No. So these are the possible combinations of the loops. So we'll write the second loop. L2 is equal to G4 of S into H2 of S. L3 is G7 of S into H4 of S, and L4 is G2 of S, G3 of S, G4 of S into G5 of S into G6 of S into G7 of S into G8 of S. So this is these are the four loop gains. So from this, next we need to identify the non-touching loops. So non-touching loops 2 at a time, non-touching loops 3 at a time, non-touching loops 4 at a time. 4 at a time is not possible with this particular signal flow graph. So non-touching loops taken 2 at a time, non-touching loops taken 3 at a time. So now we write this. This is, we had taken it as L1, this we have considered it as L2, this is L3 and L4. So if you observe here, it is clear that L1 and L2 are non-touching, right? They do not have a common node. Similarly, L1 and L3 are non-touching, but L1 and L4, they have a common node, so they do touch. But L1, L2 are non-touching, L1, L3 are non-touching, as well as L2 and L3 are non-touching loops. So our non-touching loops taken 2 at a time, non-touching loops taken 2 at a time, we have the combination as L1 and L2. So L1, L2, if we take, what is the gain? L1, L2 is G2 H1, G2 of S into H1 of S into G4 of S into H2 of S. L1, L3, it is G2 of S, H1 of S into G7 of S into H4 of S. And the last combination is L2, L3. L2, L3 means the path gain is G4 of S into H2 of S, and L3 is G7 of S into H4 of S. So the non-touching loops taken 2 at a time, we have 3 combinations. So next is we'll have non-touching loops taken 3 at a time. Non-touching loops taken 3 at a time. So first we'll denote this L1, L2, L3 and L4. So we have non-touching loops taken 3 at a time. There is one combination, that is all L1, L2 and L3 are the 3 non-touching loops. 3 non-touching loops. So what is the gain of this L1, L2, L3? It is G2 of S into H1 of S, G4 of S into H2 of S into G7 of S into H4 of S. So this is the non-touching loops taken 3 at a time. So now we combine all this and we write delta first. So what is delta? Delta is equal to 1 minus sum of the individual loops. So we had 3 loops, L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4 plus non-touching loops taken 2 at a time, that is L1 L2 plus L1 L3 plus L2 L3 minus non-touching loops taken 3 at a time, L1, L2, L3. Okay, now we have seen that we have only one forward path, that is along G1, G2, G3 and G4. So now we have to write delta 1. So delta 1 is nothing but we have to eliminate the first forward path and we have to consider all the other combinations. So if we eliminate the first forward path, the forward path is having a gain G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. So whatever terms are there in this which contains G5 up to G1, we have to eliminate that and we have to write it. So here, say we write this delta 1 is equal to 1 minus, see, L1, L2 and L4. L1, L2 and L4, if you see, all those are having a node which is common to the forward path. I repeat, L1, L2 and L4 loops have a node which is common to the first path. So which is the loop which doesn't touch the first forward path? It is L3. So our delta 1 is 1 minus L3 alone. So we cannot consider L1, we cannot consider L2, we cannot consider L4. So which is there? It's only L3. So if you observe here in this, it is 1 minus. Here L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4. We can consider only this L3. Here if you see, we cannot consider L1, we cannot consider L2. Here L1, L3 is there. Since L1 is there, we cannot consider. L2 is there, we cannot consider. Here also L1, L2 is there. So it is delta 1 is only 1 minus L3. So this we can write it as 1 minus G7 of S into H4 of S. Now we will write the overall transfer function. We have only one forward path. So P1 delta 1 divided by delta. P1 is G1 of S, G2 of S, G3 of S, G4 of S into G5 of S into delta 1 is 1 minus G7 of S into H4 of S. The whole thing divided by delta. So what is delta here? Delta is this particular thing what we have obtained here. Also, once we write that delta L1 plus L2 plus L3, we have to substitute the entire gain, loop gains L1, L2, L3, which we have already written. So that will give the transfer function for that particular signal flow graph. Next is find the transfer function for the given signal flow graph using Mason's gain formula. So if we observe this particular signal flow graph, we can see that there are many forward paths. Okay, so to find the transfer function using the Mason's gain formula, first we'll write the Mason's gain formula, that is T is equal to 1 over delta summation k pk delta k, where k is the number of forward paths. So first we'll find the number of forward paths for this particular signal flow graph, and then we'll find the number of loops, the loop gains, and then we'll apply the path gains to this particular Mason's gain formula. So now first we'll see the forward paths and the forward path gains. So forward path gain. So the first forward path is, it starts from R, which is R is the input node, C is the output node. So it starts from R to G2, G4, G6 and this C. So the first forward path gain, I'll write it as G2, G4, G6. Okay. Next, the second forward path is along, it starts from the input node G3, G5, G7. So P2 is G3, G5, G7. We have one more forward path, so that is along G2. Okay, it starts from the input node G2, G1 and G7. So our third forward path is P3 is along G2, G1, G7. So these are the three forward paths which we have identified. So there are a few more forward paths in this. So the next forward path is starts from the input node G3, G8, G6 to output node. So the fourth forward path gain is G3, G8, G6. The next forward path is starts from the input node G2, G1. It has to move in the forward direction itself, minus H2, okay, G8, G6. So the fifth path gain is G2, G1, H2. H2 is minus H2. So here I'll write minus sign, minus H2 into G8 into G6. This is the fifth forward path gain. The last one, we have one more forward path, that is it starts from the input G3, G8 minus H1, G1, G7 to output. So the last forward path gain is G3, G8 minus H1. So it is minus H1 into G1, G7. So totally we have 6 forward paths. So our transfer function has to be t is equal to 1 by delta into P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 plus P3 delta 3 plus P4 delta 4 plus P5 delta 5 plus P6 delta 6. So we have 6 forward paths. So now what we are supposed to find? We are supposed to find the loops, and we have to find the individual loops. We have to find non-touching loops 2 at a time, non-touching loops 3 at a time, and so on. And then we have to find what is delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, delta 4, delta 5 and delta 6. So first let us find the loops. Okay, we'll find the loops. So how many loops can we identify here? So we'll see one by one the loops. So the first loop, it is clear, it is this one, having the gain G4 into minus H1. We have one more loop which has a gain G5 minus H2. Okay, and we have one more loop, that is G1. Okay, this is starts from here. G1 will start from this point, G1 minus H2, G8 minus H1. Okay, this is one loop. So we have 3 loops here. Total 3 loops. So the first loop, we write it as L1. Okay, this is L1, this is L2, and this the path which I trace is L3. This is L3. So L1 is having a gain G4 into H1 minus H1. So it is minus G4 H1. Next, L2 is having a gain minus G5 H2, and L3 is having a gain G1 into minus H2 into G8 into minus H1. So minus into minus becomes plus. So G1 H2 into G8 H1. So minus into minus, this becomes plus. So we have 3 loops. Okay, and do we have any combination of non-touching loops? Yes, L1 and L2 are the two loops which are non-touching. So if we consider non-touching loops two at a time, non-touching loops taken two at a time, then the combination is L1 and L2. So L1 is minus G4H1, L2 is minus G5H2. So if we multiply those two, we get G4H1 into G5H2. So this is what we get. Now let us write what is delta. Okay, so delta is 1 minus individual loops L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus combination of two non-touching loops. So it is L1 and L2. So we'll expand this and write 1 minus what is L1? L1 is minus H1 G4, L2 is minus H2 G5 and L3 is G1 H2 G8 H1 plus L1 L2 combination, it is H1 G4 H2 G5. So this is nothing but delta, or we can write this as 1 plus H1 G4 plus H2 G5 plus sorry, not plus, it is minus, it is minus G1 H2 G8 H1 plus H1 G4 H2 G5. So now what we need to do is we have to consider all the paths, that is delta 1, we have to find delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, delta 4, delta 5 and delta 6. So we have to see which loops are not touching the first path, that we need to retain, other we need to exclude. So if we consider the first path, so first path is along G2, G4 and G6. So along G2, G4 and G6, if we see, we'll consider that particular diagram and we will find what is delta 1. Okay. So L1 is this, L2 is this one, and L3 is along G1 minus H2, G8 and minus H1. So that is L3. So now delta 1 is the loop we need to consider excluding the loop which is touching to the first path. First path is our G2, G4 and G6. So to this G2, G4 and G6, it is clear that loop 1 and loop 3 both are touching, right? So we cannot consider it. So what we need to consider, which one is not touching? L2 is not touching. So our delta 1 is 1 minus L2. So we have delta as 1 minus L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L1 L2, right? So we cannot consider L1, we cannot consider L3 because L1 and L3 both are touching to the first forward path, that is G2, G4, G6. Here L1 L2 combination is there. Since L1 is not touching, we cannot consider this also. So what is remaining? Only this L2 is remaining. So delta 1 is 1 minus L2. So it is 1 minus L2 is minus H2 G5. So this becomes 1 plus H2 G5. Similarly, delta 2. Second path is along G3, G5, G7. So L2 is also touching, L3 is also touching. So which one is not touching? L1. So delta 2 is 1 minus L1. So it is 1 minus H1 G4. So it is nothing but 1 plus H1 G4. Okay, this is delta 2. Next, delta 3. Delta 3 is, which is our third forward path? Third forward path is G2, G1, G7. So along G2, G1 and G7, all three loops are touching. Okay, so we cannot consider any loop. So delta 3 will be equal to 1. Similarly, delta 4, the fourth path is along 3 G3, G8, G6. So for G3, G8 and G6, all three loop nodes are touching. So we cannot consider that also. So again delta 4 will be 1. Similarly, if we take delta 5 and delta 6 will also be equal to 1. So we'll have our transfer function. Okay. So transfer function is T is equal to P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2 plus P3 delta 3 plus P4 delta 4 plus P5 delta 5 plus P6 delta 6, the whole thing divided by delta. So T is equal to P1. P1 is G2, G4, G6 into delta 1. Delta 1 is 1 plus H2 into G5 plus P2. P2 is G3, G5, G7 into delta 2. Delta 2 is 1 plus H1 G4 plus P3 delta 3. P3 is G2, G1, G7 into 1 plus P4 is G3, G8, G6. Delta 4 is 1. Again P5. P5 is minus G2, G1. So it is minus G2, G1, H2, G8, G6 plus P6. P6 is minus G3, G8, H1, G1, G7. The whole thing divided by delta. Delta is equal to 1 minus L1. It is H1 G4 plus H2 G5 minus G1 H2 G8 H1 plus non-touching loops taken two at a time, that is H1 G4 H1 G4 H2 G5. So this is the overall transfer function. So this is the transfer function for the given system. So using Mason's-Gain formula, we can clearly obtain the transfer function even though it is a complex system. So if we consider a block diagram, it is very difficult. We have to use reduction method and then we have to find the transfer function. But if in the case of signal flow graph, since we have a Mason's-Gain formula, directly by identifying the self loops, forward paths, individual loops, non-touching loops taken 2 at a time, 3 at a time, 4 at a time and so on, we will determine the transfer function for the given system. So transfer function is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform of the output to the Laplace transform of the input. So these are the two examples on signal flow graph. Thank you.